8:10 left to go until halftime in our game. 16-0, Luther leads Buena Vista. Here's a turn to give to Thomas. Thomas trying to break out to the outside. He's going to be dragged down out near the 35, fought for extra yards, and he got most of it after contact.
You know, Thomas is one of those guys that once you get him in the open field, he can really do special things. You see him there, he is so quick at those juke moves, Tanner. Can just weave in and inside and out of those defenders.
He'll gain 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 out to the 33. Thomas, a freshman out of Fort Myers, Florida. 3 out wide on the play. Rice, the lone wide out to the far side of the field. Pistol formation. Miller looks Rice's way. Now toward the middle. He fires that way. Back shoulder fade. Did he come up with it? He did. Tyler Oberreiter holds it in at the 10-yard line.
How about that for a catch from T.O.? That ball was very underthrown, and one of the better catches you're going to see all day, Tanner. Miller had all the time in the world on the pocket on that one. Credit the offensive line on that play.
A drive that started at our own 12 is now at the Luther 10. First down and goal to go for Buena Vista. 7:18 clock rolling. Buena Vista trails Luther by 16. 3 out wide on the play for Miller. Thomas in the backfield, back to pass. Cole steps up in the pocket, fires, end zone, incomplete. And T.O., who just had the fantastic catch to set up 1st and goal, kicking himself for that one.
And, you know, Tanner, it looks like what happened on that one, he was still running his route. He hadn't quite looked in yet, and he was kind of surprised by the ball. It's almost like in baseball when there's an inside pitch, you don't see it coming, it just jams you. His hands were kind of at his chest on that one, jammed him up a little bit on that one.
2nd down, goal to go. Jordan Travis now in the game at wideout, 87 to the near side of the field. 3 out wide on the play. Miller will work from the pistol. Miller directing, setting up. He'll turn, give to Thomas. Thomas trying to bounce off one tackler. Inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Buena Vista!
And Tariq Thomas has had a great day today, Tanner. Haven't been able to get the passing game going that much, but Thomas has really stepped up on the rush offense.
6:57 to go in the 2nd quarter. A 10-yard touchdown scamper for Thomas. And Buena Vista will send the kicking team on. It'll be Isaac Rubio Ramirez to boot it through. Charlie Flickinger is going to hold it.
You a little surprised they're not thinking about going for 2 here?
A little bit. I know it's still early in the game, so not overly surprised, but a little bit. Hold is down. The kick from Rubio Ramirez is on the way, and the kick is good. So that makes it a 9-point game with 6:57 to go in quarter number 2.
You know, and in this situation, I would have thought they were going for 2, but once again, not a bad idea to just go for 1. Get points where you know you're going to get them.
Still a lot of game left.
That's exactly right, Tanner.
So as it is, Buena Vista does what they need to do, an 88-yard touchdown drive that culminates in a 10-yard touchdown run from Tariq Thomas. Buena Vista Luther, it is homecoming 2017. Triple header inside of J. Leslie Rollins Stadium today. We have men's and women's soccer tonight. That will get going around 5:30. Also taking on Luther. Volleyball's over into Cora, taking on the Norse.
Yeah, so we're against them all over the board today, Tanner.
Nothing wrong with that. We'll take it.
That's exactly right. It'll be a good day of sports.
Hopefully Beaver wins all around as football back within 9 at 16-7. It'll be Rubio Ramirez to boot it away. Let's see what kind of answer Luther has on their ensuing drive. Rubio Ramirez, freshman kicker, will have it teed up. He is set to boot it away toward the south end of the stadium against a slight wind. And the kick sent end over end. It'll be fielded around the 19-yard line. Brings it out, looking for a block 30 to the 35, and he's going to be dragged down. And coming up to make the stop, a host of BV Beavers. Mason Wickett looked like he was in there. Matt Box as well. And now an injured Norse player. So they'll get timeout for an injury.
Two injured Norse players on that play.
Well, timeout for the injury. That's an unfortunate situation. Not something you ever like to see, but They'll get the training staff out there, and let's go ahead. If we have time, let's go ahead and take a look at the stat update if we can.
Yeah, why don't we do that, Tanner? Looking through the game thus far, we will start out with the Beavers because we don't know how much time we're going to have. Looking at Cole Miller's numbers so far, he is 3 of 11 with 36 passing yards. Tariq Thomas has really come out to a good game thus far. 6 rushing attempts, 37 yards, and a touchdown to his credit. Miller's rushed the ball 3 times for 22 yards. Pacheco on that jet sweep type play rushed once for 18 yards. And looking at the receivers for BV so far, Tyler Oberreiter, 1 reception, 23 yards. TJ Lint, the leading receiver in yards per game in the IAC, 2 receptions for 13 yards. And once again, you really can't emphasize it enough looking over at the time of possession thus far in the game, as it is not updated from last time, but as of last time, 16 minutes for Luther, 4 minutes for the Beavers. Now looking at the stats thus far for Luther, Ian Kendall's had a really good game thus far, Tanner. 6 of 8 passing, 105 yards, and he's really done it with the ground game as well. Kendall averaging 29 yards a game, rushing the ball coming in, has 63 rushing yards thus far and a touchdown. And Yasmin Wazani also has rushed the ball 7 times for 36 yards, a touchdown to his credit as well. And now looking at the receivers for Luther, it is going to be Montgomery with 3 receptions for 51 yards, Nick Slavins 2 receptions for 35, and Sam Houlihan with 1 reception for 19 yards.
One injured Norse player was taken off, and that was Jacob Leaps. And the second is being attended to on the field, and that is Ricardo Chavez. And that would be a big loss. He's their number 2 receiver. 6:51 left to go here in quarter number 2. 16-7, Luther leading Buena Vista. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, Andrew and Guy Tannenbaum will host the halftime show. We will go down to the field. The homecoming court will be honored, and then we will go over all the stats, get you updated on what you need to know.
And speaking of the homecoming court, he won't tell you he's too humble, but our very own Tanner Hoops was on the homecoming court last night, one of 5 seniors here at BV to get nominated to be the homecoming king, and a really deserving guy.
Well, I appreciate it. Our producer, Kyle Weber's the king.
Of course, we got to mention him. Kyle won homecoming king last night, so 2 of our staff members here nominated for homecoming court, and one of them winning.
So as it is, it will be 1st down and 10 for Luther. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 as Ian Kendall and the offense retakes the field. Nobody out wide on this play. They give Montgomery a rest, and Ricardo Chavez was shaken up. Full backfield. Working under center with a man in motion turn, and a fumble football. It's loose. Who's got it?
And it looks like they are going to say Luther has it.
Let's see.
And now they're going to say BV has it.
Did we get an overruling? They might have something to sort out, but I think they overruled the original call.
Well, the original call on the field from the line judge, you can see H on his back. He held up 2, signaling that it's going to be 2nd down, assuming that's typically what they do when they assume that the offense recovered it. And then BV started celebrating.
On the field is fumbled by Luther College, recovered by Luther. Number 73 had clear possession. 2nd down.
And that is what you saw, the signal from the line judge there. He did put up those 2 fingers signaling 2nd down. So that was the original call on the field, and they'll stick with it.
Jacob Bruner, the backup right guard, was the one who recovered the fumble, according to the official. I just don't see how, if a second official comes in and overrules you, how you stick with the original call.
Yeah, especially because the overruling ref was far closer to the play. You can see this line judge was all the way on the sideline, nowhere close to the play.
Luther catches a break, and they don't lose any yards out of it. They do lose it down. It's going to be 2nd down and about, well, they're going to spot him at the 39. That's going to be a 3-yard gain.
And which seems pretty generous of a spot, Tanner.
1 out wide on the play, that's Montgomery. Guy Kendall under center, man in motion. He will turn, fake the give, keep it himself, heading out to the 45, and he's going to be stacked up near the 1st down marker. Looks to be just short of it, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 1.